Hey Divas, I'm Ciara Brooke and you're watching my YouTube channel.
Okay, so now let's move into your second song on your album.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that when your album comes out, for people that order and stuff, they're going to get this booklet that has lyrics and stuff in it.
The magazine.
The magazine.
Yes, the album magazine.
The album magazine. And it...
I'm on the cover of the magazine.
Yes, very perfect.
So what if I made it myself?
Oh, here we go. I feel like Ellen pulling stuff out from behind her box. Shout out to Ellen.
Yeah, right? Someone's going to jump out and scare me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's see who we can get to do that. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. I know we're not zoomed in too well, but I'm going to open it up. So when you moved on to your second song, did you... Diva Diaries, you said you wrote it last.
I wrote it last.
It was like after all the other music had already been together.
Bother Me was like the third song that was written for the album.
Did you, when you did that walk-in to Bother Me, were you like wanting to get people on their feet with it? How was
With Bother Me?
Yeah, what was the main pull to put it at number 2 on your album?
I think I just put it as, it just flowed well from Diva Diaries. It still has kind of a bright sound to it, so it's not like a totally different change of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like the bass kick, dun 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 dun, I wanted the song to just start off very bass heavy, and so that was like the decision behind that.
Okay. What was your... So as with Diva Diaries, we talked about kind of the backstory.
Yeah.
But what was the... Sometimes there's a melody that somebody gets hooked on, or there's a lyric or a hook or something that starts a whole song. So for Bother Me...
For Bother Me...
It's so catchy, so there had to have been something.
Most of the time, I start with a lyric and a melody together. So like my phone voice memos is just full of little phrases that it's just a lyric and melody together.
Okay.
And Bother Me was this way. Diva Diaries wasn't. That started with me on the piano plucking through chords. But with Bother Me, I wrote it at home. I had just gotten back from the city where I was going to school, so I was living apart from Josh, like 3 nights a week or whatever.
Separate life, almost.
Yeah.
I would say.
I get home, and there's a wall missing. He just knocked down a wall. He told me he had a surprise for me, but I thought he, booked a cruise or something. We've been talking about that. But no, there was just a huge wall missing between our living room and our kitchen, which we talked about doing, but he didn't really do it safely or even, ask me, hey, I'm going to do this. So he just, knocked down a wall, and I come home, and my house is dusty and gross, and there's a wall missing.
A whole wall.
So I go and write Bother Me. I mean, that's literally how it happened. It happened in a set, one sitting.
That's awesome.
Lyrically and melodically kind of went hand in hand, and then I started building it.
That's awesome.
The production.
So that was, we talked about how that was your professor's favorite song from your songwriting class. Was there something that he would say about it that still sticks out to you?
I mean, he mostly just said, everybody who's heard it and has loved it, it's just, the most pop radio song.
Okay.
And, it's simple. The chorus is just Bother Me over and over again. Mm-hmm. It's simple.
It's so catchy.
And it's a catchy,
catchy.
earworm type thing. And it does have, a dancey feel to it.
For sure.
And so, that was basically most of the feedback I got was that this sounds like the hit.
Yeah. Okay. So on when you got ready to do this track in California, was there any things that you hadn't thought of that were added in that you were like, I'm so glad, that specific piece was done?
Britt had added in in the second verse, it goes, it's the way you walk, the way you talk, and he added some cool swish thing in there.
Okay.
Like behind the walk.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard that until he sent me the mix to listen to, and I was like, man, I love that. It's just like where it's placed is really cool. And he added some just cool elements on all of the background vocals, like they kind of flutter in the second verse.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
We're all going to be listening for it now, though.
And then at the very beginning, he added in an element that I had just had in the end. It's like these little squeaky voices of mine
Okay.
that I had messed with in Ableton to get him sounding kind of like high and squeaky. I don't know what else to say it. But he put them in the beginning, and I loved it because I like things that have like bookends. I like things that have like, they end kind of similarly to how they began.
Okay.
I like that. So,
It's one of your stylistic
yeah.
things we can maybe look for.
Yes.
Bookends.
Bookends. But yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for watching my newest YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please check back weekly because I will be releasing new videos every week. And before you go, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the red button below.